We're gonna show you a foolproof strategy, how to be real estate millionaires. And my famous saying is, use the bank's money to buy the property and use the tenant's money to pay off the property. So let me ask you guys a question. How many properties do we need? We're gonna do a shout out. How many properties do we need to retire a real estate millionaire in 20 years or less and have 12 to 15,000 a month in cash flow when we're done? How many properties, guys? Shout it out.
15.
3.
6.
I heard 3, I heard 15, I heard 6. What else?
4 if they are paid off.
12.
5.
Do you know what a realtor said to me once? 100 doors. I'm like, oh my gosh. If you had 100 doors and they were all paid off, it'd be like 100 grand a month in income. But somebody guessed it right. It's only 3. And I'm gonna show you the math. All right, so here's where we have some fun. Let's compare apples to apples. If you give 200 grand to a financial planner, right? And that financial planner earns you 5%, you make $10,000 a year. Make sense? 200 grand at 5% equal 10. If we took the same 200,000 and we invested it in real estate, we could buy $1 million in real estate. $1 million in real estate at 5% return is 50,000 a year. Now, same money, just better use of the money. Now, I'm not saying that real estate's always gonna go up 5%. I'm just making an apples to apples comparison. And by the way, I have much lower down payment options than 20%. I'm just showing you an example of a better use of our money. What would we rather do? Apples to apples, 1-to-1 ratio with a financial planner, or the power and leverage of using the bank's money? Questions? You guys good for now? I haven't even gotten started yet. This is just the boring stuff. Okay, so here's the problem in America. Ready? Grandma went through the stock market crash in 1929. But maybe it was great grandma. And you know what happened then? There was no law that said that mortgages could not be called due. So the savings and loan bank went to grandma who just lost their job, or grandpa who just lost their job, and said, pay off your mortgage. And there you go. They lost their houses. In 1937, the New Deal said that mortgages can be sold, but the terms and condition of a mortgage can never be changed. A 30-year note instrument, whatever it is a 30-year note. Why am I telling you this? Because we have heard from grandma, great-grandma, our parents that mortgages are bad. Now, we have a gentleman named Rich Schaefer on this call who is a brilliant mind, and he's part of United Financial, and we also will be repping a software that shows you how to pay your mortgages off in 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, using an algorithmic strategy that they have, and it's above our brains. It's literally algorithms. But let me say this to you. Imagine we get ourselves 1, 2, or 3 rental properties, and we use the tenant's money that gives us cash flow, and then we use that tenant's money to pay off those properties even sooner. So we have that. So mortgages are not to be feared. Credit card debt is called bad debt. Mortgage debt, if we're using the leverage to create wealth, especially when other people pay it off for us, is good debt. There's grandma, right? Take as small of a loan as you can. I love her, she's so cute. Take as small of a mortgage as you can, pay it off early. Great. I want to do that on the primary, but I want to use a little bit of leverage to get cash flow and to get investment properties paid off. Now here's a pattern in America. See, look at this, 24.1% on the top left, average credit card interest rate in America. Then over to the right is our average savings rate. That's gone up a little bit lately. The 30-year fixed on the bottom left, 4.6%, and the average of the S&P 500, 10.29%. Now, here's what America does. They pay extra on their mortgage at 4.6%, and they carry $25,000 in credit cards. So they pay credit card minimums, and they pay extra on their mortgage. Why would you pay a minimum on 24% and pay extra to get rid of 4.6%? It makes no sense. I can't tell you how many people I see do that. And then, if they ever put any money anywhere, they put it in savings, which earns less than 1%, but they never invest in the stock market, which gains 10.29. Now, I'm not as much of a stock market person as I am a real estate person, but I'm just kind of showing you the wiring of some of our brains. And this is not to make anybody feel bad. It's to show you some patterns and show you different ways to do things. Who knows what arbitrage is? Here's question number 3. Shout out. Rich, you want to say what arbitrage is?
The simple version is being able to actually leverage the difference between what funds cost you and what you can earn on them.
Okay, that wasn't fair because he does this for a living, but that's actually a perfect answer.